So I'm supposed to be making a game, and how's that going? Well, first of all, it turns out I pretty much forgot how to use Unreal, but I kind of built that into my expectations of how things were going to work. I expected to have to ramp myself up again. But the thing that is much more unexpected is that it turns out that over the last many years, I've to some degree lost the ability to enter into flow states. For those that don't know, a flow state is a state where you are so focused on a task or series of tasks that the rest of the world kind of recedes into the background and you're able to work super efficiently and literally just flow from work to work to work to work. It's an incredibly satisfying state to be in. And one of the things that I really enjoyed early in my career when I was purely a programmer was these long, sometimes multi-day flow states working on larger tasks. As I moved into leadership, those flow states got shorter and shorter. And for the last more than 15 years, I've been in very high-level leadership roles. And those very high-level leadership roles don't give you a ton of opportunities to enter into flow states. You need to be available to be interrupted pretty much all of the time. So as a result, your day gets hacked up into these little tiny segments. There may be small opportunities for flow when you're working on a pitch deck or when you are doing a long solo triaging session, but for the most part, the higher level leadership roles do not involve a lot of flow. Group triage, not a flow state because you're constantly starting up and stopping and having these conversations. It's a very rewarding thing to do. It's a very good thing to do, but it's not something that involves a flow state. I would argue that most of the time flow states are something that happens when you are working on something alone, when you are able to go heads down, have everything you need to accomplish your work and just do the work, tackle the problems, untangle the knots, figure out the riddles that are in front of you. And the reality is that for the last more than a decade, my job has involved doing things that didn't give those opportunities. So I've gotten used to working in these very discrete bubbles of time. And now that I'm trying to do something that involves bigger chunks of work, I'm having some difficulty with that. For the last 5 years, I've also been a YouTuber, and what I do in the course of making YouTube videos doesn't really give flow opportunities either. I guess you could argue that the act of recording might be kind of a flow state. You can lose yourself in what you're saying for a time and simply convey information, tell a story, push your narrative further along. And I suspect that's probably true for some YouTubers. But for myself, I'd never find that I'm quite comfortable enough in the situation to enter into that flow state. Similarly, with editing, if you like editing, if you immerse yourself in editing, I imagine there is a flow state available there as well. But for me, I can't edit for more than about 5 minutes at a time before I need to take a break, do something else for a couple of minutes to come back to it. So that's certainly not a flow state. I'm editing in this highly stochastic way where I'm just doing little tiny bursts over and over again. So again, not a flow state. My actual job, which is helping studios structure their teams, structure their projects to actually allow them to ship, involves almost entirely meetings. So again, not a flow state. And as it turns out, over the last 15 years, I've kind of forgotten how to do this. So how do we get this back? And how can you, if you've been in this role, structure your day, structure your working environment so that you can get your flow state back? So here's what I'm going to try, and I guess we'll keep you updated as to how things go. First of all, things that I've already done, and things I encourage everyone to do, is turn off notifications on most of your apps. Chances are you don't need to know that that email came in. You can just let it sit in the background for as long as it takes. If you do this, if you turn all your notifications off, then you need to allocate some period of time, probably at the beginning or end of the day, to catch up on the communication that you missed during the day. if you are a leader, then you do need to have some way that people can get in touch with you, even during your hopeful flow state. One of the fundamental conflicts for leaders who are trying to also maintain their flow states is that you do need to be available for interruption. You do need to be available for answering questions. And making yourself too unavailable hurts the team more than getting you into that flow state will help. But you can remove some of the unnecessary interruptions. So turn off your notifications, turn off the news alert that you have for your favorite football team, and just push that aside for a period of time. And that's the second thing that I'm going to add to my day, which I used to do, but I haven't done now for 5 years, which is to block out explicit periods of time where I'm trying to do this flow adjacent work and hoping that by pushing myself towards that state, that I can push myself across the barrier and re-enter into that state. As many of us are, I'm working from home. I'm not in a separate office. I'm in the living room, basically, just up against a corner, which means that my ability to lock myself away from distractions is somewhat limited, but we're gonna go for 3 hours, say 4 days a week, where I'm going to only be working on specific game development related things. So that gives us about 12 hours a week, which is less than I might hope for, but it's a start. And the hope is that if we can peek over the wall, that maybe we can get back into those states. And if you can be in a flow state, some of the minor distractions will naturally go away. One of the ways that I started this game development project was by saying we're going to do everything wrong. We're going to do everything backwards. We're not going to do any planning. And that has had a consequence of me approaching this in a very staccato way. As I'm refamiliarizing myself with Unreal, I'm just learning how to import a material into Unreal, or laying out the very beginnings of a white box level, or doing a little bit of world design. And that was intentional. And I do think there's something interesting in this kind of strategy. It's overstating it, but I do think that in order to allow myself to approach a flow state again, I'm going to have to plan enough to give myself tasks that are at least hours in size as opposed to minutes in size. When we are scheduling, when we're planning, it's usually beneficial to break tasks down into relatively small chunks. But when we're trying to do the actual work, it can also often be beneficial to gather a bunch of those little things together into something larger that allow us to work on similar things for a longer period of time. So that's probably what I need to do, is to sit down and do something bigger. Now, again, we're trying to avoid planning too much on this game development project. I'm probably not going to make a big list of little tasks and then gather them together. Rather, I'll probably just bite off some big oversized task and work on that for several days in larger chunks. So a good example of that might be to take the white box level that is sketched out right now and actually sit down and try to flesh it out into something that's big and meaty and fits into the overall themes of what I'm trying to do with this project without having to do a ton of planning around it. If you are a game developer and you are early in your career, you may not have experienced this kind of flow state. And it's something that you should be striving for, because it's the kind of thing that can potentially set you apart from other developers. It allows you to get a massive amount of work done in a relatively short period of time, because you're just moving so fast down this tunnel. It can be dangerous at certain points of the project when you need to be paying attention to what's going on around you. But during production, this is how you want most of your staff to be. You want them to be as much in a flow state as possible. And unfortunately, a lot of leaders, because they can't enter a flow state due to the nature of their job, often end up doing a bunch of things that interrupt other people's flow states. booking meetings in the middle of the day, or asking for constant updates on the tasks that people are doing. If you are a leader, you may not have a ton of opportunities for flow on your own, but try to resist the urge to add a bunch of things to other people's lists that are going to interfere with their flow state as well. So, can I remember how to do this? Can I get myself back to 2007 Mark Darrah, who used to experience flow a lot more than I have for the last 15 years? Can I get my groove back? Can I find flow, a state that I've only seen very sporadically for the last 10 or 15 years? I certainly hope so, and I will keep you all appraised as to how it's going. Special thanks to my members. They provide the resources that this channel needs to keep running. If you're interested in becoming a member, there's a link to that down in the description. Additionally, we have a Patreon if you're more comfortable supporting the channel in that way. Both patrons and channel members get early access to videos, so you would have seen this video a while ago if you were supporting at one of those tiers. Do you have a job that allows you to get into a flow state? Do you have some tricks that help you do so? Share them with me. I could certainly use them, and I suspect that many of the other people watching this video could as well. I will see you again soon. Thank you.